folks, thank you for being here. You know, it's late in the afternoon. I appreciate your participation. I have a prepared statement I would like to read, after which we'll be available for a few questions. Senator John McGee resigned today from the Idaho State Senate. Majority Leader Bart Davis and I informed Senator McGee of allegations against him of sexual harassment involving a Senate attache. In light of these allegations, Senator McGee informed us that he believed it was in the best interest of the Senate and for him to resign from the Idaho State Senate. John McGee has submitted his letter of resignation today. On Saturday afternoon, this last Saturday, February 18th, the Majority Leader and I were notified of confidential allegations of sexual harassment against John McGee. The Idaho Senate takes all allegations of sexual harassment very seriously. At our request, the Senate Secretary throughout Monday investigated and counseled the attache to report the claims of misconduct to me. Monday afternoon, the attache, together with the Majority Leader and the Senate Secretary, met with me to report the asserted misconduct. I immediately reassigned the attache to another position within the Senate. In this situation, my first priority is to ensure the safe, secure, and professional work environment of our Senate employees. My second priority is to protect the integrity and the institution of the Idaho State Senate. The Senate attache is currently on paid leave. In requesting confidentiality for the woman involved, I ask that all parties respect her privacy. This is an extremely difficult time for her. Senator John McGee does not admit any wrongdoing. I have requested the Attorney General's office to further review the matter. We also express our compassion to John McGee's family, and most particularly his wife. We'll stand for a few questions.
Senator Hill.
That's it.
Was the attache involved a minor or underage?
The attache was not a minor.
Senator Hill?
John?
Did Senate leadership request that John McGee resign, or did he resign on his own?
The ultimate result is that John McGee resigned. Obviously, we discussed the various options that were available. It was his decision.
What were the other options?
Well, there are a variety of options. Obviously, with the allegations, we would have considered an ethics committee made up of senators, Republicans, and Democrats to further investigate the situation. That's the only authority we have as an Idaho State Senator. So,
without graphic details, can you give us any more details on exactly what the allegations include and where it took place?
I'm sorry, I just don't want to go there for the reason that is still under review by the Attorney General's office. And until they finish their review, it would be inappropriate to go with those things. Thank you. Appreciate your understanding. Yes, ma'am.
John, Senator McGee held a leadership position in the caucus. What are the next steps for filling that leadership position?
The leadership position is an elected position of the caucus, the members of the caucus itself. We will be having another election within the next week or so in order to elect a new chairman of the caucus. Dan?
Is the Attorney General's investigation continuing even after the resignation?
Thank you, Dan. He will continue a review of the situation for whatever reasons. We just need to make sure that the state is protected, that the woman is protected, that all interests are being taken care of, and so he'll be conducting a review even though the resignation is taking place, yes.
Is there any prospect of a criminal charge? Is that part of the AG's review?
That would be up to other agencies. Idaho State Senate doesn't have authority to follow.
Well, Senator Davis, as the attorney up there, is criminal conduct a possibility here, or can you rule it out?
I don't know what
you're familiar with the allegations. Can you, if you can't rule them out, fine, but I think people are going to want to know, is this potentially a crime?
I don't know the answer to that. I'm just a country lawyer that practices commercial law.
2 more questions. Or none is fine too.
Well, Senator Winder, you were among those who said, in a rather unusual move, that you disagreed with the caucus when he wasn't removed as your caucus chair. Do you have any thoughts in terms of what this does to the comity amongst you and your colleagues? I mean, are you saying, "I told you so, guys"? We should have cut him loose 2 months ago.
Thank you, Dan. No one's saying I told you so. I think we really were optimistic over the last almost month that the Senate was feeling that issue was behind us. The caucus had spoken, the majority had voted in favor of retention. We had made our point that it wasn't unanimous, and I think we all moved on. I think we were all working well together, and honestly, this fell out of the sky.
One more question? Thank you very much for being here. We do appreciate your attention, your attendance, and your good discretion.